Hello, welcome to the continuation of our other video. My name is Prince Meyson. So in the first part of this video, we did the skin retouching for this natural light outdoor portrait that I shot when I was in South Africa. And I don't think I had to do a second part, to be very honest. I probably would have fit everything I was trying to do in the first part, but I'm going to make it worth your while because in this second part, what we're going to do is just color grade, or I would say tone this image. So there isn't a lot to do right now, so let's get straight into it. Now the first thing I want to do is come down here and create my levels, adjustment layer. Now I can do a lot of these things I'm trying to do right now using my actions, and if you want to get them, I'll put a link in the description below. You can definitely check out my retouching essentials pack, 14 amazing actions to help you retouch better and faster. But what we're going to do right now is just show you how to go about it if you do not need, or if you do not have the actions for now. But I'll strongly advise you get those actions. Okay, great. So right now I have created this levels adjustment layer, and what I'm going to do is hold Option on my keyboard or alternate on PC and just pull in my highlights just a little bit. Now if you see those reds, then what's telling you is that the highlights are this place, at the point where it's turning red, or the places where it's, you can see those red dots and red and yellow. It's like it's blowing out, right? And we don't want it blown out, so somewhere around here is totally fine, right? Then next thing I want to do is do that same thing and drag in shadows. Now I want to go for a very thick contrasty look. I want the image to stand out, I want the image to pop, and I love how it looks. But the only problem with this right now is that we are losing a lot of details in the hair, and we don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is pick myself a brush. My flow is at 11, which is totally fine. Make sure that my foreground color is black, and I'll click right here on my adjustment layer, but not on the adjustment layer itself. What I'm going to do is that I am clicking right here on the layer mask. Okay, great. So now that I've clicked on layer mask, what I want to do is just paint over the hair so I can reveal some of the texture that's meant to be in the hair, right? So I'm just going to paint over and reveal the texture that is meant to be in the hair. So the way a layer mask works is that a white reveals what's on that layer, and black hides what's there. So right now we're just hiding the levels adjustment layer that we put right here. I'll take out some of this and some of this, and yeah, so at this point this looks really good. Before, after, this looks really good. You guys can see the contrast in her skin, but at the same time, we can see the detail in the hair. So let's show you what I've done with just this little adjustment that is right here. That looks really good. So the next thing I want to do is tone the skin. Now you can leave the skin to look really natural, it's up to you. But before that, there was before we do that, there's a minor thing I can see here. I don't know if you guys can see, right here you can see these brown or white parts. I think it's just from the makeup before the put lashes, and I would like to take that out. So what I'm going to do is change my blend mode to multiply, and I'll paint over with black as my foreground color, and that's just going to take that out. So you guys can see we have taken that out. So just very simple, really easy. It's just a way, if you want to paste something black, just a way to go about it. Okay, so this are before for that, and this are after. Okay, great. I don't think there's much on the other eye, so I'm just going to leave that alone. Okay, great. Now the next thing I want to do is color this image, like I said. So what I'm going to do is pick my selective color, and it's up here. I'm just going to move my invert check layer up, and I'll probably just delete my black and white check layer because I don't need that. So selective color, when you are working with skin, make sure you are working on the reds. That's like really important because that's where your skin tones are. Another thing that you should always do is make sure that your monitor is like well calibrated so that you can see the exact colors that you're working with, right? So for this image, if I pull my reds back, you guys can see if I pull it towards the cyan that's here, I'm adding more reds to my image. And if I go plus then I'm adding more cyans to my image. So it really just depends on the look they are going for. So for the first one, if we add more reds, what I'm going to do is probably just tone the reds down with a little bit more greens, right? So let's see what this looks like before and after. You can see it makes the image pop. You can see the skin tones popping. Then the yellows, I can decide to add some blues, or I can add some more yellows to my image. And this is definitely a look that we can go with. I'm just going to zoom out so you guys can see it. Put it right here on the screen. So this is our before and our after. Before and our after. You are getting that really nice, warm, vibrant look. Absolutely love that look. So what I want to do right now is just probably work on a few other colors in this image. So I'm just going to go to my cyans, because that's where the color right here is, the color of her outfit. And now that I'm at my cyans, what I can just do is just mess around with it. I'll probably still lean towards the general vibe of the image, just add some somewhere around here is fine, because I don't want the outfit taking too much from the image. I don't know if that makes any sense, but when it's blue, you look at the image, the one of the first things you see would be the dress, but when it's this color, it's almost like you can see the face, and everything just blends in with colors at the back. So just adding that little touch can be the difference between having an image that something stands out, or an image that generally just looks pretty good. So I'm just going to pull this back a little bit, somewhere around here. Absolutely love this. And one thing again that you can do is probably just use the rich tones action. At 40 is too much, so maybe bring it down to about 15. Another thing I want to do is take it away from the hair. So what I'm going to do is come to my blending option, and I'll come to blend if, hold option, click on this, and that'll split it, and then I can take it out of the hair. So like the really dark areas of the image, but it's still affecting the midtones and the highlights. So look at the before and look at the after. So yeah, typically this is what I'll do to an outdoor image that I want to retouch. Let's just add something else, which is a vignette. So I'll come here to my gradient tool, vignette. Make sure that my gradient is just black and I have nothing else there. Probably hold shift and then drag this down, and yeah, you can either change your blend mode to overlay, soft light, and then just take this down. And the whole idea is that I'd say the whole idea is that everything is concentrated on the middle of the image, which is her face, so let's see how before and after. If you don't want that, you can just leave it as normal, and it's not going to add a lot of contrast to the edges of the image. But when you take it to soft light, then it tends to add a lot more contrast to the edges of the image. So yeah, typically this is fine. Don't know why my PC is loading this much. So let's see before, where we're coming from. This is before, and this is our image after. So before, after. Yes, it's a lot more contrasty. Yes, it's a lot warmer, but this is definitely a look. If you are trying to reduce the warmth, all you have to do is just go to your selective color, and you can just drag down your opacity to somewhere that works for you. Take it all the way down to 0, or somewhere around 65, 50, just to get like the proper look that you want. So that's about it. This is how I would retouch and color grade an image like this. If you haven't seen the part 1, definitely check that out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have an amazing day, guys. Peace out.